In this guided practice, we will be exploring the orgasmic breath. This is a foundational practice in circulating sexual energy throughout the body. To start, I recommend you can be in a seated position or a position lying down. And eventually, as you practice this more and more, you can use it in sex, you can use it lying down in self-pleasure. And you'll find with experimentation, with a little bit of practice, it will open up new realms of pleasure and exploration and connection to yourself, to your partner, and to the transcendent state. So to start, I recommend lying down, sitting down, whatever position is comfortable for you, closing your eyes, and taking a deep breath, expanding the belly open. Like the Buddha, we often hold tension, we keep our bellies tight and shut because of appearances, right? Self-image. This is an opportunity for you to fully accept yourself. Bring a smile to your face. Let that Buddha belly hang out and relax with a sigh. Exhale with a sigh. Let the muscles sink. Relax on the bones. Okay, take another deep inhalation, smiling, expanding that belly just below the belly button. Fully letting it hang out, smiling and exhaling with a sigh. Just notice that state change, even just breathing deep into the belly and smiling. Just noticing the subtle shifts in vagal tone, regulating the nervous system. Another deep inhalation into the belly. And exhale with a sigh. Ooh. Okay. Continuing at your own pace to stay in this deep, circular, slow belly breathing. Smiling. With a sigh. Making an audible sigh is a way to help us move the energy. It's really important, and often when we're with a partner, it's an indicator of our state. It's a feedback loop for our partner, also for ourselves. It keeps us in presence to be listening to ourselves breathing with pleasure. So again, breathing deep into the belly and sigh on the exhale. Okay, what we'll be doing in this practice, this is just an introduction. We're easing our way into it. We're going to combine this next with a perineum squeeze, which some of you may already be familiar with. The way to squeeze your perineum is to imagine that you are peeing and that you're stopping the flow of pee. So if you'd like, just imagine you're peeing and you stop the peeing. You pull up on that little muscle, the taint it's called, between the sexual organs and the anus. That little bridge area. So take a few moments and practice. Imagine you're peeing, staying in your deep breathing, just relaxed with a smile. And practice pulling in. Imagine right now you're peeing and you're stopping it. Someone just walked in on you. You're peeing and you're stopping it. Okay? So once you have that down, we're gonna come back into the breath. So now this time with the deep belly breath, we're going to squeeze the perineum about 50%, not too hard, not too abruptly, just nice and easily with the smile. So breathe, squeeze the perineum, and imagine that you're pulling energy, you're breathing up your spinal column from your tailbone. Imagine you're almost breathing from the anus, from the sexual organ area, up the spine. Imagine white light traveling up the spine with that squeeze, smile, and exhale. Let all the muscles sink. Okay, again, breathing into the belly, slightly squeezing that perineum, and imagine that white light breathing up the spine to the top of the head, and exhale with a sigh. Okay, in this practice, we're going to just be stacking one level on top of another. This is kind of like juggling. You start with one ball, then we're going to go to two, then we're going to go to three. And this is just a game. Just remember, this is a focused, concentration, relaxed game. It's all for pleasure. It's all for play. Make sure you stay in that smile, breathing in again, expanding the belly, squeezing the perineum. Imagine this energy, this white light traveling up the spine, smiling, and exhale, relax the whole body. Okay, now breathing in for the next breath. I'm going to invite you to place the tongue, the tip of the tongue, to the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Hang up in here, just real loosely, real gently, in a relaxed way. This connects the Du-mai and the Ren-mai, the governing channels, and it's a very subtle shift. You may not even notice it in the beginning. It takes some practice before you start really feeling these subtle sensations, but as we stack them, they will add up. So now breathing in, expanding into the belly in a relaxed way. Just notice any tension in the body. Squeeze your perineum, breathe up the spine, tongue to the roof of the mouth, smiling. Exhale with a sigh and release any tension anywhere in the body, in the shoulders, the jaw, the butt cheeks, where you often hold tension. Just notice where you clenched. And breathing in again, breathing into any tension as you squeeze that perineum, pull that white light up, tongue to the roof of the mouth, smile. And sigh, let all the muscles melt on the bone. Let yourself sink into your seat, into your lying down position, into the earth. Okay, so this is the basic breath. It's combining the smile with the perineum squeeze, with the tongue to the roof of the mouth, and the sigh. What we're going to do next is, as you're breathing in, as your next breath, squeezing that perineum, pulling that light up the spine, squeezing, smiling, tongue to the roof of the mouth. We're going to start bringing a sexual fantasy into consciousness. So this is pretending we're in a sexual space. This is summoning up some sexual energy. So I invite you to imagine the most sexy sexual experience or fantasy you've ever lived or have imagined. Just the most potent, sexy scene in your entire mind, okay? Bring it to mind. And now imagine it's happening, it's being enacted, the sexual act. And focus on the breath now. As you are receiving, as you are giving sexual energy, squeeze that perineum. Notice the energy, how it's shifted now with a little bit of arousal. White light up the spine, smiling, tongue to the roof of the mouth, exhaling, releasing with a sigh. And just imagine the penetration happening. You're start to make some sexual sounds now. Inhale, expand that belly. Make a sexual sound. Imagine you're feeling that beautiful sexual act unfolding. Okay, now just continue breathing, picking up your pace just a little bit, squeezing, breathing in, smiling, and make the sigh. Okay, imagine the sexual act continuing to unfold. And at your own rhythm, start picking up your breathing. Start picking up the pace, inhaling, feeling that sexual energy, smiling at it, releasing with a sigh. Okay, keep going. See if you can pick it up a little bit. Start getting more into that rhythm of breath. If you'd like, you may also stimulate yourself. You can touch yourself in any sexual ways and notice how that shifts the sensation as you continue breathing, pulling this energy with the perineum up the spine. Sighing on the exhale, and just staying loosely with the visualization, with the movement of the energy, while also being present. This is like juggling with the sexual fantasy. It's slowly, and just keep playing with it. Start speeding up your breath. Make sure you're being really vocal with this. Let the neighbors hear you through the wall. Speed it up even more. Stay focused on squeezing that perineum, pulling that energy up the spine, smiling, tongue to the roof of the mouth. That's it. And notice your body contracting as you stay in this deep belly breathing. As you pick it up, notice any contraction and see if you can release and relax into the pleasure that's moving through your body. The sympathetic nervous system state, we like to clench when the energy starts getting turned up. What you're doing here is overriding that. So with every exhale, relax your pelvic floor, relax your butt cheeks, your shoulders, your sexual energy, your sexual floor, your pelvic floor. Stay with the breath. See if you can stay focused in the devotion, in a cyclical rhythm. Keep breathing. Okay, now we're really gonna pick it up. Give it everything you got. Breathe. Keep going. Yeah, build it. Higher. Lengthen the spine as you breathe in, squeezing the perineum. Keep going. Louder. Let the body shake. Let the body move. Just dance, smile at the energy. Just do whatever feels good. Oof, yeah, keep staying with the breath. Okay, now I'm going to invite you to take one big inhale, lengthening the spine, and hold it at the top. Squeeze that perineum all the way. And hold it. Back a little more. All right, hold that energy. See if you can relax your muscles while holding all the air. See if you can scan your body for that tension. Allow everything to melt as you hold the air. And whenever you're ready, you can hold it as long as you like, but you can also release and relax all the energy. Whenever you're ready. Fully just let yourself melt. Oof. That's it. So that is just a little teaser, a little taster of the orgasmic breath. What I recommend, it's just so simple, right? Is to find a beautiful, sexy playlist that can get a little bit of rhythm to it. And with a partner or by yourself in fantasy, stimulating yourself. Staying focused on the breath, staying with the breath, staying with this combination of movements of so again, squeezing the perineum, smiling, pulling the energy up the spine, tongue to the roof of the mouth, sighing on the exhale, super important, as I mentioned. Once you got those four trained together, you got your training wheels going, then just start running with it. Start speeding it up. Start going deeper into those belly breaths. Just moving the energy as it builds. And I promise you, if you just stick with that very simply, you will open up vistas inside yourself sexually. This is the most simple tool that I could offer anybody as they're getting started on this journey. To just begin opening up to deeper levels of deeper neural pathways of psychedelic sex. And again, what I really recommend is just continuing as the energy increases. See if you can really focus on the exhales, focus on the parasympathetic, on relaxing and noticing when your body's tensing up. If you're a man who's like on the verge of ejaculation, I really recommend staying at that edge and noticing, the ejaculation is the sympathetic nervous system. It's the clenching that builds up. If you need to, just ease off and stay just within the tolerance range of an ejaculation. And when you feel that tension coming up of building to an ejaculation, focus on the breathing. If you need to stop stimulating, go for it, but focus on releasing the energy and consciously loosening up the pelvic floor. And notice what happens to that energy. It will completely dissolve and move into the spine, into these other places. And this will allow you to last longer in bed and to stay with your female partner. And if you're a woman, of course, you don't have to worry about an ejaculatory orgasm or losing, your momentum. You can just stay with it. But again, just focus on, for everybody, this is about relaxing the pelvic floor, releasing, opening. In order for energy to move, it has to be fully felt. And the more we relax, the more the channels open up, the more energy we can hold actually by relaxing instead of clenching. So yeah, use this practice. I highly recommend it as a foundation to use in sexuality while you're in the act or whether you're by yourself, and just playing with this energy and noticing where it moves throughout the body and where it'll take you. I hope you enjoy this practice, and we'll see you soon.